Here's a little nerdy history science lesson for you. Charles Darwin, one of his key quotes, basically can be summarized as saying, the success of a species isn't if they're the strongest, if they're the fastest, if they're the biggest, it's if they're the most adaptable. And that's something that that adaptability, man, as I go through life, I'm gonna be 49 in a month. And as I go through life, the more I realize like the value of being adaptable is what's really, really important, right? Myself with being in real estate for almost 22 years now, having seven kids that we've raised, 3 teenagers all the way down to, a 4-year-old right now, and a special needs daughter as well too. But I've had to learn to be adaptable over the years, right? And there's a way that you want it to be, and there's the way that it is. And the people that are able to adapt to what the circumstance is and anticipate where it's going, those are the people, those are the species that have a long-term track record, right? So what does that have to do with selling real estate here in Central Indiana? Well, I would say just that, there's no doubt in the last couple of years, we've had a changing and adapting market, right? We've gone from just homes that were selling at breakneck speed a few years ago around the COVID times and just afterwards to a very, very different market now. And if you're looking to make a move, whether you're buying or selling, understanding and being able to adapt to the different changes in the environment is what's really going to help you maximize the opportunity. So my goal in sharing the Central Indiana market update that I do every month is to kind of give you the latest information so you're able to pivot, you're able to adapt. Or if you know somebody that's looking to make a move, sharing this with them so that they can be prepared to and be adaptable to what's going on in the current market conditions. So like I always do, I'm going to talk about the previous month's statistics. So this is March's statistics on what's going on here in Central Indiana real estate. So 22.1% more homes for sale this past March than it was in March of 2025. So 940 more homes for sale in Central Indiana compared to a year ago. Home sales went up 2% compared to a year ago. So number of homes up 22%, home sales up 2%, right? So as I've mentioned before in some of my previous market updates, so you just see a difference in the speed of the market with that, right? Believe it or not, people are talking about, is the market going to soften? Is it going to crash? It's not doing any of those things. It's kind of flatlining right now, to be honest. Appreciation from one year to the next in Central Indiana is up 1.4%. So not even the rate of inflation, but it's holding steady, right? Hamilton County, 28.6% more homes for sale. The number of home sales down just a small amount, 2%. There were 12 fewer homes that sold in March of 2026 compared to March of 2025, but a little bit more in the appreciation sector, 2.9%. And then in Marion County, 18.3% more homes for sale, but actually the number of homes that actually sold was down 8.8%. So a little bit softer in Marion County right now, and then the appreciation actually has dipped 1.6% in the last 12 months in Marion County. So that's kind of where the market is in a nutshell. And we're just seeing kind of values continue to kind of tread water a little bit as we continue to see more homes on the market, and we're also seeing homes that are sitting on the market a little bit longer. I did a market update and I did a little bit more of a market analysis on homes that have sold in the last 60 days or so in Hamilton County, ones that have actually closed, and the average days on market was 54 days. 54 days, but the median time on the market was 23 days. So that means half the homes sold in 23 days or less, and then half sold in more. When you lump all of those numbers together, the average was 54 days. And the average sales to list price ratio was 98.7%. In Marion County, or the northern part of Marion County, so we're talking Pike Township, we're talking Lawrence Township, and then Washington Township. Days on market was 47 days on market was the average of homes that have sold here in the last 2 to 3 months, and the median was 21 days. So again, you're seeing a big difference between median and average, and that's actually very typical when we kind of get into markets that are kind of slowly balancing a little bit more. And the reason being is homes that are priced well and in good condition are going to sell quick. But if they're not, buyers have more choices now, and so homes are going to sit. And like I always do, I always kind of like to give you the perspective of 4 years ago, right? Because 4 years ago in this day and age seems like forever ago, right? Different president, coming out of COVID, kind of all of those unique dynamics. But how does the market now compared to what it was just 48 months ago, right? So 199% more homes for sale in Central Indiana, almost 3,500 more homes for sale in Central Indiana than it was at this same time 4 years ago. So think about that. However, the number of homes sold today, there's 500 fewer homes that sold in March of 2026 compared to March of 2022, even though there's over 3,500 more homes. That's startling when you are able to look back like that. Hamilton County, 510 more homes for sale now than the same time 4 years ago, and 6 more sales. So over 500 more choices, but only 6 more sales. And then in Marion County, 66.3% more homes for sale, over 1,450 more homes for sale. And as far as home sales, 345 fewer home sales during that time. So again, you have to really keep in mind from a broader context. Compared to 4 years ago, a lot more choices, and there are fewer sales. It's not as exaggerated as it was, maybe a year ago or a year and a half ago. So we're starting to see the number of sales balance out a little bit. But that's also because there's a lot more choices. So hope you find this information helpful. If you're somebody that's looking to make a move, knowing how to maximize the opportunity, I think right now for first-time home buyers, I think it's a phenomenal opportunity right now. If you can get into a house, the average homeowner has 43 times the net worth of the average renter. And right now, the average age of a first-time home buyer is 40 years old. Man, that's something that I'm on a mission to change that. I have a buyer right now, 24 years old, buying a home here in Noblesville. Going to have a couple buddies room with him as well too. Really getting his financial plan off to a strong start, and his future self and his future family is going to thank him for that too. So there's opportunities to win in this market. You just have to know how to position yourself to do that. And if you want to work with a realtor and you want to work with a team that's specialized for sellers, that specialize in helping you identify the most opportune buyer and directly market to them both online and offline, we do that. For buyers, recognizing where the most opportunity is, whether you're a first-time home buyer, a move-up buyer, or maybe you're downsizing. We have a huge track record of success here at Andy Associates, and we would love to put that expertise and those action plans into work for you or any of your referrals. If you have any questions, if you have any thoughts, feel free to comment, leave them down below. And as always, we're never too busy for your referrals. Thanks so much.